What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode. Man, in this episode, this is some dangerous shit. I'm talking about a man putting his hands on a woman to the point where he's fighting her like he's fighting another man. Like fight to kill, like MMA, like in a boxing ring, like in a kung fu match, like in a do or dare fight till somebody died type of situation. This is what my street team has come up with. The street team has done it again. They've come up with a serious episode about how Luce Cannon damn near killed his wife, Gigi. I mean, he beat her and beat her and beat her, then beat her. He just beat her and beat her and beat this poor lady. He damn near beat this lady to death.
This episode's called Marrying Lucifer.
He fucking jumped on me and literally stomped me half to death. He was kicking me in the face, punching me in the face, pulling my hair, and just literally pounding me to a pulp. There was no fighting back. He was in a rage that I had never seen before. All I could do was curl up in a ball and try to prevent as much damage as I possibly could. I think the scariest part was he wasn't even saying anything, not a word. He literally just kept punching me and kicking me and stomping on my head. I was so scared. I thought I was going to die. I'm like, he's literally going to snap my neck and not even know that he's killing me. I try to get up and I make my way to the door to get out. I open the door and he grabs me. I'm screaming and yelling for somebody to help me. Nobody's coming. It seemed like nobody wanted to come out of their hotel room to see what was going on. But I'm screaming and screaming. He pulls me back in and he's still punching me in the face. Finally, the hotel clerk comes and I can kind of see him. So I scramble back up and I'm holding on to the door frame. He's grabbed my phone by this time. So I'm holding onto the door frame and trying to snatch my phone. So I finally snatch my phone and he reaches and punches me one more time. And then he runs out of the hotel room. I'm screaming on the floor. I was in so much pain, I couldn't even think straight. I don't even remember what happened after that. I think I passed out. When I came to, my mom was there and the police. They were trying to get my statement. I made the statement as best as I could. I was in extreme pain and I was so scared he was going to come back. They kept telling me that I need to go to the hospital. So finally an ambulance came and took me to the hospital. It's so crazy because all I kept thinking was, I can't believe he really did this. I can't believe I'm in this position. And I don't even know how to explain it, but the fear that I felt that night was unexplainable. Especially knowing I didn't do anything to deserve what he did. It was a whole new level of fear that I had for him. I knew that he could do anything. I know you guys are going to judge me, but I was so scared I didn't even want to press charges. I didn't want to anger him even more to possibly come after me and do something worse. I have to be honest, even though he almost killed me, I still didn't want to see him go to jail and put away for a long time. When they found Tremaine, he was arrested. He was literally outside the hotel room in his car. He didn't even leave the scene. This is why they say you have to love yourself more than you love a man. I didn't know it at the time, but even though I didn't press charges, they didn't need me to. Because of all the witness statements, they pressed charges on their own. The DA picked up the case and pressed charges. I should have spoke up. I should have said something, but I didn't. I was a coward. I couldn't wrap my head around what had just happened. Why he had hurt me so bad. What did I do? What did I say? He was the one who was caught. I later found out that they had filed a restraining order. Had I had known that, might have saved me a lot of trouble. Injuries were severe. I had to call off work for a little while. I was on crutches. I got a doctor's note. I ended up losing that job. Luce had got evicted from the house we lived in previously. You know, the one where he slept with my friend. I should have known then he was coming around for some reason. Good thing about it, though, I took my name off the lease before the eviction happened, so it was only on him, not me. I went to my mom's house in Moreno Valley to recover. I could barely walk and move. I was on crutches. Course, Luce was relentless, contacting me, showing up at my mom's house, trying to get me back, apologizing, saying he was drunk and it was the alcohol, that he didn't mean to hurt me. He claimed that he didn't even remember what happened, that he blacked out, kept calling, popping up in my mom's house, saying he was sorry, saying he'll never do it again. He was relentless with it. It was exhausting. He knew where I was, he knew my family, my friends. It was like I felt trapped. I couldn't get away. Luce always told me no matter what, he'd always find me. He said if I ever dated or went with anybody else, he'd kill them and me. I believed him. Mind you, at this time, I had no idea what I know now. He wasn't even from 60s. He wasn't even this big bad monster that he claimed to be, and everybody seemed to go along with him being. The funny thing is, if I knew what I knew now, I probably would have left. I wouldn't have been so scared. I was healed okay physically. I still had seizures because of the head trauma, the concussions. It was hard to recover from that. He had did so much damage to my head. I still wasn't answering his calls, no matter how hard he tried. But then he turned it up. He said if I ever dated or went with anybody else, he'd kill them and me. I believed him. Mind you, at this time, I had no idea what I know now. He wasn't even from 60s. He wasn't even this big bad monster that he claimed to be, and everybody seemed to go along with him being. The funny thing is, if I knew what I knew now, I probably would have left.
Anybody that respects this man after watching this needs to get their head checked because it's obvious this man has an issue with life itself. Now, I don't know if you know Luce Cannon, but from what's going on social media, he had a good life. He grew up a good kid. His mother had his job. They lived in a well-to-do neighborhood. Their mother was a good woman. She did everything she could. And this dude turns up to be a piece of shit. You know, it's one thing to try to be somebody that you're not, but it's another thing to continue your whole life perpetrating bullshit, lying, but most of all, beating women, damn near beating them to death. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an issue that's going on and nobody's talking about it. Women are getting beat out here like this constantly and nobody wants to speak out. Gigi, I wish you the best, girl. I'm glad that you're recovering, but most of all, I'm glad that you're telling your story.